Hello, I'm the Habu, and this is my GDQ submission for Stardew Valley's Community Center restorations. Before we get into the game, there's a few things that I need to explain. First off, we're going to be selecting the Forest Farm. This is to abuse its perk where forage spawns on the left side of the farm. In fall, purple and red mushrooms can spawn, meaning that we don't have to go to the mushroom cave, or we don't have to forest mushrooms from the mines. The other thing we're going to select is the female character. The reason we're playing as a female character is because Mom early game sends you an extra 500G, whereas playing as a male, you get cookies. 500 gold is much more important than cookies. The other thing you're going to notice once we get into game is the rate that I use my tools. I'm going to be using a technique called animation canceling. This is a process of pressing R, right shift, and delete after every single key input, which allows you to cancel out of the tool animation, getting into the next one quicker, allowing us to do actions a lot quicker, as its name, animation canceling. Other than that, let's get right into the run. 3, 2, 1, go. So we're going to move the TV right away and pick up the parsnips. We're going to be using the TV for later, and we're going to be using the parsnips for food in the mines here. For those wondering why animation canceling is not considered a glitch, it is hard-coded into the game. The game is specifically looking for those 3 key inputs when you're playing the game. So it works basically the same way as pressing E to open up your inventory. So if you would consider pressing E to open up your inventory as a glitch, then animation canceling is a glitch. But obviously no one's gonna compare that, or think of that as a glitch. Alright. Now we're just gonna start sleeping and watering. The reason we're sleeping and watering is for 2 reasons. 1, we need to progress the day so the plants grow up, and 2, we need to water so they actually do grow up. On top of that, there are a bunch of seasonal locked items that we need to get for the community center itself. So the only way to get to the next season is by progressing the days. On top of that, coincidentally, the parsnips grow up on the 5th, and the first day that we can enter the mines, which we're going to be doing super early, is on the 5th. So that's perfect for us. On the 5th now, we're going to be checking out the fortune teller. The reason we're checking out the fortune teller is to see if we got a good luck day. We did, in fact, get a best luck day, so that's even better. And we are going to use that to our advantage in the mines because good daily luck will help us find what we need in the mines a little bit more quicker than normal. I'll explain more once we actually get to the mines. We're going to zoom out so we can see a little bit more. A little bit of a lack. No, never mind. There's another leak hidden here. Pretty good bus stop. 2 leaks is always good to see. And then obviously, then we also want 1 daffodil and at least 1 dandelion, because we need 1 of each spring forage for the community center. Now we're going to make our way to the mines. Hopefully we'll see more forage. We still need 1 horseradish, and we want as many leeks as we can get, because leeks are the best type of forage we can get. And I am liking what we got so far. We have 4 leeks for the mines, which is extremely useful. 5. I'm going to walk down this way to see if we get another leek that spawns bottom left, which we did. Since I didn't see one top right over there, I walked this path. Very good forage. Very good. Alright, now we're going to enter the mines. The mines is a place where you gather a bunch of resources that we're going to need for sprinklers and just access to a lot of money. The mines is pretty self-explanatory. You break rocks, you get ladders. Once you get a ladder, you can go down to the next floor. The farther you go down, the more loot that you get. So ideally on a day like this, since we have best luck and a decent amount of forage, we should ideally hit floor 40 today. If we get anything less, it's fine, but With the amount of food that we have and the luck that we have, it should be an easy 40. Knock on wood now that I say it. Other things that we're looking for in here are about 25 coal, 100 copper, and about 2,800 gold worth of materials. Did not mean to press the chat button. There's our ladder. Kind of getting a little unlucky. Daily luck affects the rate at which you find ladders. The higher your daily luck is, the higher chance that you have of finding ladders from rocks. So that's why I'm saying we're a little unlucky here. Because I'm having to break a decent amount of rocks to actually find the ladder, even though I have best luck. We're going to drop the wood. We don't need it. Freebie ladder. I'm gonna kill this guy. The reason we're killing this crab instead of taking the ladder instantly is because this guy has a 15% chance of dropping a crab, which will allow us to skip out on having to get crab pots later for the crab pot bundle. We'll have plenty of other chances of killing more crabs to get that. And on top of that, they have a 40% chance of dropping a cherry bomb, which will help us destroy copper clumps that you just saw right there. You're going to notice that I waited to kill that guy. It's because monsters can't spawn ladders over specific tiles. One of those tile types being dirt, so I had to wait for him to get out of the dirt area to kill him, so he actually had a chance of dropping the ladder. I'm going to ignore that chest. It just has boots, which I don't really care for. I should also mention that I'm not running on current version. I'm running on patch 1.4.0, so all the new 1.5 stuff is currently not in the game for me. The reason for this will be explained later on via explosive ammo, but patch 1.4.0 is about 20 minutes faster than current version because of it. A little bit unfortunate with these ladder spawns. On a daily luck day like today, you're really expecting to get the ladder within like the first 20 rock breaks consistently. You really never be on a floor that long unless if you're getting resources off of it. Come on. Might be a freebie on this floor. Never mind. If there's a the reason why I'm saying there must be a freebie on this floor, if there's a freebie on a given floor, rocks can't spawn ladders anymore. So that's why I specifically pointed out there must be a freebie on this floor, because if I don't have a ladder yet, it just means that there's already a ladder. And I just haven't looked through the entire floor. And this is why we do zoom out, so I can see as much of the floor as possible, so I can notice the freebie ladder as soon as possible. Alright, floor 19 is a bit of a doozy. If there is a ladder that spawns in the very middle, I can't see it right away, so it's really annoying if it does. So I kind of just have to YOLO break every single rock. And just hope that I get a ladder early on and not have a freebie. Because it's obviously faster to have a ladder earlier on than to walk to the center, because it's a huge spiral floor is the issue with it. Not getting very lucky with ladder drops from monsters. We're doing pretty good on copper right now. We only need 100 by the end of this day, so having 67 already is good by the halfway point of getting copper. Once we get onto floor 40, that's when iron starts spawning. So we're going to see a lot less copper there, so we want to get basically all the copper before we get to floor 40. I keep getting slowed by slimes. It's a 40% chance, or I'm sorry, it's a 30% chance of getting slowed by a slime. And unfortunately, because I'm playing on patch 1.4, immunity does not affect slime, the slime slow rate yet. So I can't just take the boots on floor 1 and get 1 immunity to reduce the chance of getting slowed by a slime. Because that was a 1.5 feature. Alright, there's going to be crates on the right side of this floor. And we're specifically hoping for a crate to spawn on a specific tile. Because crates, where they spawn on a given floor, are RNG. But what they drop is consistent based off of what day you are currently on and what floor number you're currently on. So we do get a club from that tile because a crate spawned on it. And that is consistent via every single save file. No matter what file you're on. As long as a crate spawns on that floor on day 5 of spring, year 1, a club will always drop from that, no matter how many different save files you make, as long as a crate spawns on that tile. That being said, whether or not that crate spawns is RNG. But I can't instantly tell about whether or not we got a club or not. The reason I'm so adamant about the club is it's the best weapon type in the game, if you couldn't tell, of how I'm just instant killing any enemy that comes near me. This is a quirk that the club has. I'm calling it a quirk because that's how CA put it. It is a quirk that the club has, where all you have to do is use its special attack, which is its right click, and then spam its primary swing. And that's all you have to do. The faster you spam your primary swing, the more hits you get. Enemies take full knockback from it, but I mean, as long as you click fast enough, they just instant die. And or if they're not a flying enemy and you have them pinned against the wall, they can't really go anywhere and they just take full damage. Yeah, clubs are so OP that I don't even consider post 1.5. There's a bunch of new weapons in 1.5, so the tier list is changed a lot. Post 1.5, the slammer is the second best weapon in the game because it's the second best club in the game. It is the Galaxy Hammer, followed by the Slammer, followed by the Galaxy Sword. The main reason the Galaxy Sword is third, even though it's not a club type, is due to its abnormally high base damage. And then on top of that, the next type of club next to the Slammer is much, much worse than the Slammer, so it's really hard to compare the Lead Rod versus the Galaxy Hammer, or the Galaxy Sword, and say that the Lead Rod is better than the Galaxy Sword, because it most definitely is not. We're doing good on money. We have a ridiculous amount of bugs meat. Bugs meat sells for 8 gold each, so it actually has a pretty high sell value for us. That being said, I do need this, so I'm just gonna toss the cherry bomb. I think it's the least valuable item in my inventory. Yeah, up free 1.5, obviously. 1.5 added a bunch of new weapons that it's like, I think the tier list is... it's hard to say because I haven't really used the new daggers very much. The new daggers are actually stronger than you may think. But I mean, Infinity Gavel by far is the best. Followed by probably the Dragon's Tooth Hammer. And then it's like, it's probably a toss-up about whether the Galaxy Hammer is better than the Infinity Blade or not. I really want to be able to tell you. I would probably still say the Galaxy Hammer is better than the Infinity Blade. Alright. Do I have a freebie? I kind of got distracted talking about weapons. I do not see one. These dark floors are kind of cursed because you can't really see in the darkness on them very well. So you actually have to get close to your screen to actually be able to see them. Especially if there's a ladder in the darkness. I didn't see one there. I generally can see them pretty good when I start leaning in. Oh, that gave me a... Whatever. That floor was a little annoying. I got a freebie there. Alright. That wasn't a terrible, floor 40. It took way more energy than it should have. Some of the floors were really bad, but that just happens occasionally. We still made it through. We're going to be passing out here. Contrary to popular belief, passing out, you don't lose items. You only lose 10% of your current gold, capping at 1,000. This is slightly different on 1.5 with Ginger Island, or when you're on Ginger Island, but right here, that doesn't affect us. I'm going to be putting all this away. And then we're going to be going back to the mine since we got another good luck day. We need to make a little bit more money. We need about 2,800 G going into the 13th, as well as we need 60 more iron still. I didn't have the inventory room to be able to collect the 60 iron yesterday, so we do in fact have to do it in 2 days. Along with the fact that I also needed inventory room for the gems that I'm going to be picking up on floor 41 to be able to pay for the strawberries that I'm buying on the 13th as well. Out of curiosity, do they use a script on their challenge runs? What do you mean by script? For animation canceling? No. I had to learn animation canceling the default way, literally just due to speedrunning, and using scripts is cheating. So I'm just so used to it that I don't even bother with the script when I do challenge runs. It is much easier to use a script, and if you're not speedrunning, I do recommend using a script or just a mod. There's no reason to actually learn the hard way of doing animation canceling for something so, like, minuscule, you know? When isn't stream delayed? Oh, great. Wow. So right now, I'm looking for money from crates, mainly aquamarines and jades, and I'm also resetting 41 over and over again, because currently for me, this is the best way for me to obtain iron. due to the fact that this is the only floor that I can reasonably get iron on. And since it's a good luck day, the rate at which I find iron clumps is increased. So it's very beneficial. Also, if I just get freebies all the way to 45, I don't mind that as well. We're chilling on money. Again, we need 60 iron, so that's mainly what we're lacking right now. I'm just gonna see if there's a quick freebie on this floor. I was just hoping to get a ladder from that guy. I'm not gonna force 45. That's how you lose a bunch of time. There's no reason for me to go to 45 today. I'll easily be able to go from floors 40 to 80 on the next day that I go to the mines. So there's just no reason for me to just go for it. I actually am not going to walk all the way down there for that. I just need to be resetting floors as of this point. We're really good on money. Our day 1 money was really good, so I just need to reset the floors as fast as possible to get as much iron as possible. That being said, if I get money right in front of me, I'm not gonna not take it, right? We're at 30, we're halfway there. Another good clump. Looks like the clump is in a bad spot. Yeah, I got 2 2s and 2 1s. So the amount of ore that you get from a node is dependent on what day you're on and what tile it's placed on the given day. So if I were to break this node and it gave me 2 ore, if I were to reset this floor on 41 on this exact same day and I get a node on that exact same tile, it would also give me 2 ore no matter what. It consistently just gives me 2 ore. It's the same thing with crates. As I explained earlier, there's just a mapped out grid on the current day. That is a powered up club, so yay. Clubs are god tier. I almost just skipped out on that iron node. We need 4 more iron. Day has no effect? Oh, I thought it was like crates. Thank you, Blade. I know it's... Is it seed then? Is it just seed that matters? Is this one gonna give me 1? Yep, because we already broke that nerd earlier. It's like ladders? Oh, okay. I'm gonna blow this up. We have extra coal, so I can use that, and I'm just gonna get more copper out of it than I lose. I don't want to die from him. I'm trying to pass out, but I don't want to die. Alright, so we got everything we need. We have the money, we have the copper. Pretty straightforward at this point. We're going to be putting the resources that I don't want to sell away, and then we're taking out the resources that we do want to sell, and then obviously sell them. We're going to put this away, we're going to take this, and now we're going to begin sleeping. No, I didn't. Oh, we have way more than enough money. What's my favorite weapon? Probably the Slammer, because it's the best early game weapon you can get. With the remix mines, you can get it on floor 110, and it's better than the Galaxy Sword by far, so. It's a really fun early game hammer that you can get. early game in quotation marks. I'm saying getting to floor 110 is early, but I mean, we get to floor 110 on the 5th of spring year 1 now in challenge runs consistently, so it is early game for me. Furnace is down. Smelt iron, and then we go. We're going to be clearing out this area. This is where we're going to be putting the old coop. Well, there's no way in hell I'm going to PB on this run. My PB is actually insane for RNG. So I don't care if I'm 2 minutes behind. I'm just doing a marathon no reset run. So now we're going to be clearing off the farm where our strawberries are going to be going. We're going to be placing down 30 strawberries. And we're going to be doing them in a pattern for when we get sprinklers, which is going to be after the first harvest of strawberries. We're going to be placing down the sprinklers so we don't have to water anymore. And yes, I'm actually using basic sprinklers because they are better than most people think. Because you can get them super early on, and they're really not that expensive as long as you know how to farm for iron and copper efficiently. Like resetting floor 21 over and over and over again for copper, or resetting floor 41 over and over and over again for copper. Well, it's actually quite simple. Most people just gloss over it. Alright, time to empty inventory. All that jazz back up. These are done. Throw that in there. And there's a horseradish hiding right there, but I already have a horseradish, so I'm not going to bother picking it up. We got an extra leek. This is going to be good for day 3 in mines for forging. Alright. Now, the festival doesn't begin until 9, so we have a little bit of time here, since we did the morning fast enough. We're going to buy our 30 strawberry seeds and then just peace out. No reason of actually doing the festival. And now we just have to have these all grown up by the 23rd, which allows us to sleep 2 sunny days here. And then we're just praying for rain. Rain is a an 18.3% chance of happening each day. So that's our second day of sleeping. So on average, with the amount of days that we're sleeping here until the 23rd, we should on average get about 1.5 rain days. So it's like 1 to 2 rain days that we get, depending on what our luck is, or how lucky we are. Daily luck has no effect on it. The only thing that affects about whether you get rain or not tomorrow is step count. So the amount of steps that you've taken total throughout your entire playthrough affects a lot of things that will happen the next day. There's no way for us to be able to do that without knowing the total number of steps that you have taken, which I can't check in a speedrun. And you also need to know the seed of your run, which this is a seedless run, so I don't know what my seed is. So there's no way for me to be able to go like, I need to take exactly 3,742 steps to get a rain day tomorrow. You know, it's just not going to happen. Step count also determines a lot of other factors that we abuse in challenge runs, but there's no way for me to be able to do it in a speed run without the run being seeded, obviously. This is the last point in time that we realistically have to water now. Once we're done watering today, there should be no other time I'm sorry. I have to water a little bit on the first, and if I get extremely unlucky in summer where I only get 3 rain days, I then have to water a third time, or a second time after this. Fortunately, I've yet to get a rain day. Again, it is an 18.3% chance. Each rain day saves about 30 seconds, so... We are, unfortunately, looks like we're not going to get a rain day unless if I get a rain day tomorrow. Happens, but I'm pretty sure we got most of our rain days earlier on. Granted, there's no cap on the amount of rain days you can get or not get. Well, I guess there technically is, but it's like no reasonable cap. But there is like an average amount of rain days you're going to get per season because it's an 18.3% chance in spring. So you're average to get like 3 to 4 rain days throughout the entire year. I think that's the number. Maybe it's 4 to 5. So it's like if I get 3 rain days early on average, I'm probably not going to get another rain day. But I mean, obviously that's not how it works. That's just gambler's fallacy. So you can say it in so many different ways. My inventory was a little rough there, but fine. A little bit of bad menuing, but it worked out. No rain here sucks, but it's not the end of the world. It just means I have to water a little bit, and now we're going to be placing sprinklers. These little babies are very strong when used properly. And now we can just sleep. We don't have to worry about watering anymore. The sprinklers will do it for us, and we can get on to summer so we can start doing summer crops, which are vastly more profitable than spring crops. And then once we get into fall, we can start doing fall crops, which in this context, granted, summer generally has the best crops, but in this context, due to the fact that we don't have access to starfruit, fall crops will make more money than summer crops for us. Also, rip this rain day. That does absolutely nothing for me. Alrighty, onwards to summer. Summer is going to begin with more farm clearing. Get all that out of my inventory and bring that back. So we're going to place down the remaining sprinklers that we need. I'm also going to be purposely miswatering a spot right there. The reason for that is because I'm going to end up buying 35 blueberry seeds, even though I only need 34, and that's just due to the fact that buying 35, or buying 5 at a time for seeds by pressing shift is faster than buying 4. And it's only an extra 80 Gs, so it's not really losing me much. We're going to be planting some crops over here. This is where our wheat's going to go, and it's going to be in the formation of sprinkler setup for quality sprinklers, since we will be upgrading to quality sprinklers in fall. which is why everything is planted so weirdly. But it'll make sense once we actually get to it, is all I'm gonna say. It looks chaotic, but it will make sense to us. Or it will make sense once it's actually complete. So we have to wait until 8 a.m. so we can get the community center cutscene. We are finally going to open up the community center on this day. Because perfectly enough, if you enter this area before 8:10, you have just enough time to be able to walk all the way up to the golden scroll over here. This is the community center. This is what we're completing. These bundles will have a bunch of items that we have to complete in them. Completing a bundle, or completing an entire bundle will give you a reward. Or, I'm sorry, completing a bundle will give you a reward. Completing the entire set of bundles in a room will give you another bigger reward. And there is 6 bundles total that you have to complete. And that is the entirety of Community Center restoration. We're trying to restore the Community Center, which is the big objective for this game. I clicked early. So now we're going to sell all our strawberries. We're going to buy 25 melons, 1 tomato, 35 blueberries, 1 hot pepper, and 65 wheat, even though we only need 64. And then we're also going to buy a backpack. So, for those people wondering, why aren't you just only doing blueberry seeds? Aren't blueberry seeds very OP? Blueberry seeds are vastly overrated in this game, first off. Second off, the reason we're doing melon seeds is due to the fact that we need to hit farming level 6 by the end of summer here. Blueberry seeds on their own will not give us enough farming XP to hit that. So we have to contemplate, what's the word that I'm looking for? I can't think of the word, fuck. We have to replace some of the blueberries with melons to be able to get enough XP. Compensate. Thank you, chat. Alright. And we don't even need a water. We can just sleep since we have furnaces. Or since we have sprinklers. I cannot think right now. So you're probably also wondering, why did you plant all the wheat? Isn't it not getting watered? Wheat only takes 4 days of watering to grow up. In summer, you're guaranteed a thunderstorm day on the 13th and the 26th. So that means we only need 2 natural rain days for the wheat to actually be harvestable. So we already got in 1, so we just need 1 more in the entire month of summer. That is not on the 13th or the 26th, obviously. On top of that, wheat is a bi-seasonal crop. So I won't be harvesting the wheat in fall here. I'm going to be leaving it to harvest it in summer. I'm going to be leaving the wheat to harvest it in fall. So all the crops, or all the hoed spots that are under the wheat will stay hoed for fall. And then I just harvest it in fall. And then bada boom, bada bing. I don't have to do watering. And I have all the spots already hoed for the pumpkins that I'm going to plant in summer, or in fall. Day for blueberries is real. Do I actually have to explain my hatred for blueberries? I absolutely despise blueberries in this game, for anybody who does not know me. They are a vastly overrated crop, and in my opinion, in no casual playthrough should you ever have to use them, in terms of making money from them. That being said, they are very good at what they are designed to be good at, which is selling raw. So we're going to be abusing that in this run, and that's why I actually do blueberries, despite my hatred. They have their upsides that should have no upsides in casual play, but it has upsides in speedrunning, so they're good. Alright, so we're about to be doing our third day in the mines. We're going to be looking for another good luck day, obviously, since, we're going to the mines. And then I'm also going to give out a quick seizure warning. Next time that I go outside with a good luck day, I'm going to be spam opening the mail. The mail is quite flashy when you spam open it, so I do like to give a seizure warning for it. It's just the next day that I'm going out, which is today, because that is a good luck day. So let's empty our inventory super quick. Take that with us, take that with us. We have 3 of those, so that's good to know. Then I can put that away and then organize our inventory. He expects casual players to process all crop. Yeah, I do. I do expect casual players to be able to process all crops since it's piss easy to do so. To put it in perspective, when I casually play this game, I can have 50 preserve jars up by spring. Without buying a single resource from, Clint or Robbins. I can have 50 preserve jars by the end of spring year 1. And that's skipping days, by the way. Casual. I mean, it's pretty casual. All right. With that being said, there's a couple of reasons why I spam opened mail there. 3 reasons to be specific. First reason, as I mentioned earlier, it gave me the extra money from my parents. Second reason, I needed to do the initiation quest. So I need to kill 10 green slimes to be able to enter the Adventurers Guild. And the third reason is because of the wizard's letter. So I can enter the wizard so we can actually fully open up the community center and start turning in bundles. Alright. So I need, since I already have 3 copper bars smelted, that means I have 15 total. So I only need to collect 30 30 copper today instead of 45. I then also need to collect 70 iron, 40 gold, fire quartz, frozen tier, frozen geode, and aquamarine, I believe, is all I need to collect. So our main goals right now is to kill enough green slimes to be able to open up the Adventurers Guild. After this, we need to be able to get to floor 50 before 2 p.m. And then once we get to 2 p.m., we're going to be buying explosive ammo for the slingshot. And we're going to make our way down from floors 40 to 80 in, ideally, in about 6 hours. We need to go about 40 floors in about 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours. Ideally, I'm on floor 80 by about 8 to 10 p.m. And then we gotta use the rest of the time to be able to get fire quartz and gold ore. Whenever I see the crabs, I am bothering killing them because I do still want a crab drop from them. I lost count because I was explaining everything. I didn't know what I was on. Alright. So now we're going to pick up the best weapon in the game, or best tool in the game, known as the slingshot. For those who don't know, the slingshot is literally the most... Unironically, it is the strongest tool in the game for mining. Unironically. It is better than the pickaxe. It is better than mega bombs. I'm just resetting 41 until I get like a freebie or something like this, where I can just use a cherry bomb, get a bunch of iron, and most likely get the ladder here. Oh, freebie. Nice. My goal, I'm not trying to beat a PB with this run. I'm just trying to get, like, ideally I get under 3 hours, but it will depend on RNG, obviously. Oh, another. I'm going to ignore the iron down there. We'll get more than enough iron while making our way down to floor 80. I'm going to ignore those guys for now. The 15% chance of getting a ladder from an enemy, so since I have a very strong weapon, it is much worth my while to kill enemies over actually using energy to break stones, especially since it doesn't take energy to swing a weapon. What are the odds of getting 2 Dwarf Scroll 3s from slimes basically back to back? Okay, I was purposely hitting that guy in a way so I could get him off the dirt. Because if I killed that guy in a invalid tile for him to drop a ladder, the ladder would spawn at the start of the floor, so I'd have to walk all the way back, which is obviously inefficient. So I was taking a little bit of extra time just to guarantee that I wasn't going to kill him over an invalid tile. I have about 50 minutes to go 2 more floors. We're chilling. This is a good pace so far. Pineapple profit's actually decent. It's better than pumpkins. As long as it's on the island. And it's able to regrow. And then you can also wine it, but I mean, it's just beaten out by starfruit, so. Okay, that wasn't terrible. We're only 40 minutes late. The last couple of floors were really bad. That's fine. All right, so now I mentioned it earlier. We are on patch 1.4.0. The reason being is because of explosive ammo nerfs. I wouldn't be able to buy explosive ammo if I wasn't playing on this patch. Because the nerfs to explosive ammo on current patches are, it's 3 times more expensive to buy it. You can't buy it until combat level 8. And its explosion radius was decreased by 1. But on this patch, it's 100G. You can buy it as soon as you get the slingshot. And it has a big radius. So it is a very strong mining tool. It is basically a ranged instant exploding bomb. And may I add, even after the nerfs, the item is still unironically the best mining item in the game. You bring the slingshot to Skull Caverns, it's an easy floor 100 by like noon for me. Easy. You just gotta get used to how clunky it kind of is to use. Okay, I'm gonna need some coal for smelting, so I am gonna take my time and kill a couple of dust sprites here, but Okay, this floor, it's our spiral floor, so we hate it. So we're just going to use a freebie ladder there to just, or a craftable ladder and just get off the floor instantly. Okay, how many dwarf scrolls have I gotten? I've gotten 4 dwarf scrolls today. Like, holy cow. That was a bad shot. Alright, we're gonna go up top here. Actually, I technically didn't need to, but... I mean... whatever. We need 12 more copper still. Coal we're doing okay on. Iron we're doing fine on. Yeah, iron we're doing fine on. Okay. Oh, there's our copper ore. Okay, we do need 8 quartz, so I do need to start picking up more quartz here instead of just skipping it. Earlier version. Otherwise, I wouldn't have explosive ammo. The earlier version, because of this version having pre-nerfed explosive ammo, it's about 20 minutes faster than current version. Alright, we need 13 more iron still. I should probably kill this ghost now at this point. He'll drop a solar S. He has a very high chance of dropping a solar essence, and I do need one. I was really hoping to get a solar essence. I will pick this up. A little bit slow, but we're technically an hour starting pace behind due to the fact that taking to floor 50 took us a little bit longer. So it's not that bad. There's probably a freebie on this floor saying that... Oh, no, they're not. That was just a really unlucky floor. I'd like the skeleton to go into the middle there, but I don't think he's gonna move. Come up, bud. So the main issue with explosive ammo is the fact that you can't blow it up wherever you want, and it can only hit off of walls and enemies. So I'm 90% sure that the ladder is probably within this area. And I couldn't really hit it because this guy didn't want to path upwards. All right. Alright, now we need gold ore and a fire quartz, and that's really all we need. So we're just going to be quickly resetting 81 over and over and over again, the same way that we did for iron, and just hoping that we get gold ore spawns and a fire quartz. Also, diamonds are nice as well, because they are a free 750. Empty our inventory a little bit. Lava crabs have a higher chance of giving us crabs than regular rock crabs, so that's why I did end up killing that guy. I already have a solar. I do need a void essence still, so I still need to kill a shadow guy. Which is a little scary, saying that my HP is low and I don't have much healing. I have healing. Yeah, this patch has no fire quartz in crates, so I literally have to get it off of the ground. And also, I'm surprised we haven't seen, like, any gold ore. I generally am getting, like, at least 1 gold ore per floor, so kind of a really slow rate. Yeah, 2 diamonds will really boost our money, but I would really like to do this in a 3-day cycle instead of a, I'm not going to walk down there for 1. Instead of a 4-day cycle. No, I have void essence. I picked it up. Ooh, free purple mushroom. Don't mind if I do. $17. I don't think I can hit that with explosive ammo. It would be really tight, so I'm just not going to bother. I'd rather be resetting floors right now. Come on. I'd rather be resetting floors ASAP because the only way for me to get fire quartz is by resetting the floor, like so. So now we need gold ore. We need 3 more to be exact, and then we should be golden. We should have everything. Oh, another diamond. I'm just gonna manually break this. Oh. Well, looks like we're gonna have to come back for 2 gold ore. Never mind. That's how you pause buffer. Alright, we should have gotten everything. That was closer than it should have been. Let's begin smelting. And then we need to sell everything. Get this out of our inventory. We want this, 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 this. I only need to throw 1 in there. Not that. Can sell. Alrighty, that should be it. We have everything else. Cool. I'm not going to worry about harvesting. We harvest this tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just double checking we have everything. I have kill runs like that where I forget something stupid. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't like pause buffering in speedruns, unlike challenge runs, but that was basically necessary. Alrighty. Now we're just going to be harvesting and smelting. Why is my load time taking so long? Alright, it's the 21st, so we're going to watch the Queen of Sauce for a Maki Roll recipe, which is going to be needed for later. Next day that we go out is the 24th. We go out 19th, 24th, 28th. Why not harvest wheat? So we're going to be abusing the wheat here. This fairy's useless, by the way. We're going to be abusing the wheat here. So we're not going to harvest it until the 1st of fall. The reason we're not going to harvest it until the 1st of fall is because if I don't harvest it, all those spots that you see hoed right there will remain hoed because they're underneath wheat. If I were to harvest it before fall, then all the spots there would unhoe for fall. And to avoid that, and to avoid that, we literally just don't harvest them. And then since they're a multi-seasonal crop, we can just harvest them in fall. It is actually very worth our time. To just not harvest. Yeah, you lose 90%, which is basically all of them. No. Well, technically. Yeah, yes and no. I don't care about getting gold star wheat. I just need 10 of the same quality for for one of the bundles. But at the same time, I don't really care about the quality of the wheat because with 64 wheat down, I'm basically guaranteed 10 of the same quality. Alright. So this is a little awkward due to the fact that I didn't have enough smelting time for all the iron that I needed today, so I do have to wait a hair to get one extra piece of iron. Actually, I don't have to wait, I just have to come back up, so we should be fine. It's just a little awkward with the pathing that I have to do. Wait, where did I place? I crafted 7, did I not? Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm supposed to be placing a quality there, and I just did that out of impulse. I thought the game ate one of my sprinklers, because it tends to do that. Throw these up there, that's fine. Alrighty. I need to re-hoe that. Oh wow, we have 2 purple mushrooms already. I'm getting rid of that for inventory space. Having 2 purple mushrooms already is extremely useful. Iron. I don't have iron smelted blade. I literally have to go back up for it. There's nothing I can do about that. I have to wait for it to be smelted. So I'm just taking the long path and going back up through the farm. Alright. Check out the wizard. Now we can actually turn in bundles, which we're going to do today, which is why my inventory is so jam-packed. Going to be walking back up. Normally we would walk to the right here and go off with Marnie. Or go off the same side of the area with Marnie. But since my iron bars were smelted at a too slow of a rate, I do actually have to go out of my way here and come back up and smelt the iron bars here. Do that. And then I also miscode one of these, so I gotta do that. And that should be fine for our inventory. I have a grape on me for no apparent reason, but that doesn't make a huge difference. Should be good to go. Now I'm walking normal speed. Okay, so we're gonna be doing this bundle, which is going to unlock 2 new rooms, the pantry and the fish tank. In the pantry, we're going to turn in all the summer crop bundles to get us an extra quality sprinkler. And then we're going to fully complete the entirety of the boiler room once we unlock the boiler room by turning in the summer crops here, which will unlock us the minecarts, which is basically the quick travel of this game. We do that, get that reward. And now we're going over this way. We're going to pick up the extra furnace so we can smelt the remaining goods faster, and the magnet ring's always just nice to have. So that's the entirety of the boiler room complete already, and then we're going to just go down, sell all the remaining of our crops, and then buy a bunch of pumpkins here in a second. So because we completed the boiler room while unlocking other rooms, cutscenes overlapped and allowed us to, like, walk there for a certain period of time. So I just maneuvered myself to be able to get as close to the exit as possible by the end of that cutscene. Sell, 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 sell. We're going to pick up 116 of those. Actually, I wasn't supposed to pick up 116. I was supposed to pick up 113, but it doesn't make a huge difference. Abigail, get out of the way. I'm comparing against PB. So I'm 6 minutes behind PB. More than. Alright, since we already have the purple mushrooms and we can get the rest of the mushrooms on the left side of the farm here, we are going to select Bat Cave so we can get our artisan goods. And then we're just going to be planting down all the fall crops right here, and then our pumpkins, which are going to be our money makers for fall. Contrary to popular belief, pumpkins are better profits than cranberries because we are going to be making 9 preserve jars to make these into pickled pumpkins. We get the coop and barn in year 1, but they don't finish until year 2. In this particular playthrough. If you're asking, generally speaking, in like a playthrough for me, I don't even bother with the coop and the barn because it's just not worth my time. Coops and barns are not worth the investment. They hardly make your money back. Missed the spot, oh no. Alright, so now we are, now we're waiting for a rain day so we can go fishing on. And waiting for the things to grow up. But truffles, eh. You can make more money doing Skull Caverns than Ancient Fruit Wine. There's our rain day. I am actually going to chop down a few trees over here. Due to the fact that we had some unlucky tree growing up place. I did miss 1 pumpkin, but it doesn't matter if I miss 1 pumpkin. We have it routed, so missing 1 pumpkin isn't life or death. Yeah, the reason I'm using tools faster is because I'm animation canceling. Yes. Alright, now we begin fishing. Another big RNG part of this run. On the first catch here, we can technically catch the sunfish even though it's raining and in fall. So we actually prefer to catch the sunfish here, but we don't know what we get on the line. Other than the sunfish in the ocean here, we need to catch the red snapper, the tilapia, and the sardine. And then later on, we will eventually need to catch the eel. This is either a sardine or a sunfish. We did get our sunfish, which is good. Now I don't have to bother getting it in spring. This is tilapia or albacore. Based off of how it's moving, I think it is an albacore, but I'm going to catch it because I do need to catch a little bit of extra fish for some extra fishing levels. And albacore is worth a decent amount of XP. Oh, it was a tilapia. Nice. So I'm fine catching a few extra fish. This is sardine or sea cucumber. This is sardine or anchovy. Sea cucumber would have stayed at the bottom longer. We did get our sardine, which is nice. I'm not gonna catch that. That was not a red snapper. That was either a tilapia and an albacore, and I'm not going to bother catching an extra one. I only bother catching the extra ones if I don't already have it, because I can catch the extra ones later. This should be a red snapper. Possibly a sardine. No, snap. Alright, really good fall fish. Okay, beach. I was hoping to see if we can get another oyster since it was a Sunday, or even a cockle. Okay. Training rod and 3 trout soup. We're going to be using the training rod so we can get the bream easier later. So now we're going to go up here. I'm gonna be upgrading my axe to copper. We need to upgrade our axe to steel to be able to enter the secret woods to get the fiddlehead fern. How did I not see this earlier? I tunnel vision so hard. And then we are going to be fishing in the river here. We are going to be fishing for catfish, shad, walleye, and tiger trout. Right now, the only fish of those that are not in the river right now is the walleye that spawns at 12. And coincidentally, the walleye and the shad have the exact same fishing pattern. So as long as I see the fishing pattern of the walleye or the shad, right now I know it's 100% a walleye. Other than that, we're looking for catfish. Catfish is kind of easy to point out. It is the fastest moving fish in the river. And then the tiger trout is what I like to call a wiggler. He will just wiggle up and down a lot. That is a salmon. So we would like to catch all those fish. I do have the backup for both the tiger trout and the catfish. I can get the tiger trout in next fall, and I can get the catfish in summer secret woods. Another salmon. It's disappointing when I get a salmon like that, because that was very close to the pattern of a walleye or a shad. So I thought it was a shad at first, but it was a salmon. A little bit of a hard fish right there. That's the catfish. Fastest fish in the pond. Catching catfish at lower levels is pretty inconsistent. They do have nicer patterns than that one. That was a pretty mean pattern. It was a above average difficulty pattern. It wasn't impossible. If I actually caught extra fish and I was fishing level 2 right now, then it wouldn't have been that bad of a fish. But since I'm not, I couldn't catch it. This is a salmon. I don't know why I caught this. I guess for the extra fishing level since I was talking about it, but happens. Of course, I get the perfect 4 catches for the ocean fish, and now since I got those 4, the river's got to show me problems. I've basically only seen 1 catfish and like 4 salmons. 5 salmons. This is what I mean by nicer pattern for the catfish. Sometimes it just stops moving for no reason. It's like, you know it's a catfish since it had the dashes, but it's like, sometimes it just doesn't want to move. And it's like, alright, I'll take a free catfish. So, I still need tiger trout, and I need walleye and shad. Ideally, I have all 4 of the fish that I need in the river before 4. Because once 4 happens, I need to go back to the ocean to catch an eel. And then we hopefully catch the eel by 6. So when 6 hits, I can instantly catch the bream and then leave. Any time spent fishing past 6 p.m. is time wasted on this day, is basically what we're looking at. And obviously, I do lose time for spending extra time in the minigame itself, due to the fact that the in-game time pauses while I'm in the minigame. But that's kind of like a small tidbit. This is the walleye and shad pattern. It's a 50-50. I don't know whether it's a walleye or a shad until I catch it. It was like, that was the second shad, unfortunately, when I was hoping it was a walleye. But there's nothing I can really do about that. I just have to keep catching that pattern until I get the fish that I need. That is a smallmouth. Cast range does matter in terms of where the bobber lands. So each tile that you see here has a different water depth. That water depth is based off of the amount the amount of tiles it is away from land. So it's not necessarily it doesn't necessarily matter how far you cast. It matters what water level you're in, which I mean kind of goes along with fishing level or cast distance, but it's not always the case. So it's like if I were to max cast where I am, I wouldn't get the deepest fishing level because I would cast to about here, which is one less tile since I overcast it, which is why I'm purposely not max casting it here. If you get what I mean there. And then each different fishing levels gives you different chances of odds at particular fish in garbage. This is another salmon, isn't it? I'm getting absolutely trolled right now. The odds for salmon aren't even that high. I've gotten like 70% salmon catches now. Or salmon hooks. The odds for salmon should be lower than that of walleye and shads. Which is just absolutely disgusting to think about. Three shads in a row, unfortunately. So it is 4. We're probably going to have to back up the tiger trout since we haven't seen it yet. But it's just more of a shock that I haven't seen the walleye yet. It's generally the other way around. I get the walleye and can never find a shad. But you only get smallmouths and salmons. It's really hard to do anything. This is just a part of the RNG. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you get not. It's not a huge deal. Basically all the fish can be backed up. So it doesn't matter if I catch it today or not, but ideally in the fastest possible case, we do catch it today. That is another catfish that we don't need. The reason I'm staying in the river instead of going for the eel is because the eel lasts all night, and I only have until 7 to catch the tiger trout today, so I rather focus on trying to get a attempt at the tiger trout. Fishing treasure chest gives you bonus items. That's 4 shads in a row. None of which are going to be very important for us. But it does give extra fishing XP if you do catch it, or if you do catch a fish with a chest, so. We will need fishing level 3 this run due to the fact that we didn't get a crab from the mines. It is 6. We do have the bream on the line now. Five shads in a row. It's a 50-50. There's no difference between the pattern of the shad and the walleye, by the way. They have the exact same odds of showing up on the hook as well. We did get a bream already, which is good. If I actually had the tiger trout, the walleye, and the eel right now, this would be a really good day, but... tis fine. About to say, last attempt we get for the tiger trout, but we get a waller shad odds here. There's our walleye. Alrighty. Since I basically don't have any chance of being able to get another attempt at the tiger trout, I'm just gonna bail. We get the eel here, and then we can just peace out. We can get the tiger trout in next fall. And here's the eel. All right, good to go. Before we do leave, we are going to buy some coffee from Gus today. This will increase our move speed and allow us to do things faster, so. Oh, well, Maki roll. I'm not going to bother buying it because I would also need a fried egg. I do like to check that. There's no point of buying the Maki roll for 480 because I still need a second cooking recipe. So I would either have to get that, otherwise I still have to upgrade the house, so. It's not a huge plus side for me. We did hit fishing level 2, which is nice. So now we're just sleeping until fall 15th for all the pumpkins to grow up. And actually, we're technically waiting for the corn to grow up, not the pumpkins, but we do just need to sleep at this point. On the 15th, we're going to do a quick bundles turn in where we're going to turn in a lot of things. And then on top of that, we are going to be buying resources for preserve jars and buying another round of pumpkins so we can start making into pickle pumpkins. So we can start paying for the coops in the barns and such. Because a majority of the money that we need to make about 300,000 gold during this entire run to be able to pay for everything. And a majority of the money is going to be invested into paying for all the animals that we need. I actually don't want to put everything in my inventory today. I technically need 4 for this. Slight mistake on inventory management, but it's fine. I have actually heard that pickle pumpkins are an IRL thing and they're super sweet, which is kind of... I just don't imagine a pumpkin being sweet or a pickle being sweet, but you know. Yeah. Sweet. Don't ask me why. Alright, we're gonna throw that in. We're gonna collect that. We're gonna go down here. Throw that in. Throw that in and throw that in. Throw that, throw that, throw that, that. That. I'm just gonna get rid of those. We do need 1 extra fish for a cooking recipe later, aka the maki roll, so I'm not gonna pick that up. Or I'm not gonna delete that. We will need this bee house for honey for an artisan good. Most likely. There is a chance that we don't need it if we get a really lucky bat cave, but I'm not gonna ever bet on that. Alrighty. just double checking that there wasn't anything in the way there. And we can get rid of that and place that down. Alrighty, so I need to buy 690, or I'm sorry, 680 wood, or I'm sorry, 670 wood, 160 stone, and 66 coal. Why do I click on that early every time? I don't need to buy anything else there. Furnaces and desert disappear. On Sandy's birthday, Sandy and Emily walk around on 1.5 now. So that's where your stuff went. All right. So now it's time to buy resources from Robin. 70. I bought a little too much there. And then we're going to buy our chicken coop. Place it right next to the house because we don't want to run very far for it. We should have plenty of money. We are then going to walk to Clint. Re-pick up our axe. And then we're going to buy the remaining coal that we need for, preserve jars. And we have quite a bit of extra money. I didn't need to sell down. I could have sold down to 45 instead. And now we are going to go plant our pumpkins. It's new to 1.5 that NPCs walk around the desert. Plant, plant, plant. Time to move everything and then replace it with the beautiful pumpkins. Alright, it's time to start our hibernation train. So basically, all we have to do is sleep and make pickled pumpkins while we wait for pumpkins to grow up for the remainder of fall. And then we're basically just going to be making pickled pumpkins throughout the entirety of winter due to the fact that there's really not many items we need to get specifically in winter. But we do need to go out on one day to purchase all the wood and the stone that we need for year 2. Due to the fact that in year 2, wood and stone prices go up by 5 times the value that they are right now. So I need to pay for like 2,500 wood and about 1,100 stone before year 2 hits. No, I don't play Stardew off stream. I don't have the attention span to play this game casually anymore. So it's either a challenge run or a speed run, and if I'm doing a challenge run or speed running, I'd rather be streaming while doing it. I do play other games off stream, obviously, though. Another purple mushroom. Wow. We will pick up that common mushroom since it's the last fall forge that we need. We do not need another purple mushroom, though, so. All right, hibernation. Really not much else to say during these days. We're just sleeping until winter 18th, which is the day that we will go out and do everything that we need to do in winter. We just do it all in one day, and then we're good to go for winter, and then we're back into spring. Spring will be another, like, money-making season where we're just planting stuff and doing very few things. And then once we get back into summer, that's when things kind of start picking up again, where we do some more fishing, and then getting the final couple of items with animals, and then doing the final turn-ins. No, I can't buy another. Okay, first off, the amount of preserve jars we have is calculated to give us basically the exact amount of money that we need, so there's no point of buying another one, nor does it make it faster. Second reason being is the fact that I do need money for the morning of the 18th here, right? I'm sorry, 19th. To be able to pay for whatever I get in the traveling cart. Where I get the names of the splits. I used to have a channel point redemption thing for people to rename my splits. So it's when I used to run this category a while back, those were the names of the splits that people ended up giving me. And it's generally based off of what happens in the split. So to put it in perspective, the fishing split called Run's Demise, that's where like 90% of the runs met their end. So. Oh, there's a bug in the game that involves around a thunderstorm and a fairy. Where basically, if you get a fairy to show up on a thunderstorm day, or on the day after a thunderstorm day, all the thunder strikes, if you instant sleep, would occur at the same moment, at the moment that you sleep, which is just a loud thunder strike because they're all overlapping each other. It only happens is if you get a fairy on the day of a thunderstorm day, and if you instant sleep. And it just so happened that it happened on that split, so people renamed it to that because it was a funny bug. Because it was quite deafening. Only with upgraded axes. Most likely. Don't mind if I do. That makes this a hell of a lot easier. I was hoping to find a pufferfish there. A pufferfish has a 37.5% chance of showing up in the cart, which is really the only cart item that we YOLO for, since it has such a high odds. But if I get that, I mean, I'm not gonna refuse it, you know? The sturgeon is one of the harder fish to come by later on that I need to get. It's the hardest fish to catch, in my opinion, as well. So just getting it for free is a godsend. We're looking for the Nautilus shell. Oh, a cockle too. Nice. Our inventory is going to get full here. What to drop, what to drop. I'm going to drop the honey because I can get another one. Okay, so all that. We still need a, what are they called? Crystal fruit. Oh, I didn't turn in Spiceberry. That's fine. That was bad pathing. That's my bad. And we're going to path upwards here and buy the remaining stuff that we need. Hopefully we'll get a crystal fruit. Otherwise, I will have to come out on a separate day. Ideally, like next Saturday. But again, we're buying all the wood and stone that we need for the rest of the game here. Well, buying all the stone that we need for the rest of the day. We'll buy a little bit less wood than we need for the rest of the game due to the fact that we will be still picking up some. Because we need to hit forging level 3 for tappers here. So I don't need to buy every last bit of wood, but I need to buy a majority of the wood. Other than that, we're buying exactly 1,100 stone, though. And then we need to buy the barn. Let's not forget. Then off we go. Still looking for a crystal fruit. It's a forgeable. It would have been funny if it was over here, but... Okay, we're going to hope that we get it in the bus stop then. Otherwise, we will have to go out another day. Which would be a little unfortunate, but... Upgrade our axe to steel so we can enter the secret woods in summer. We did not get the crystal fruit, so I will have to go out on a extra day. Unfortunately. I'll just go out next Saturday. We should be fine. Yes, I know I bought 1,900, or I bought 1,099, but it's the same difference. It's enough. Because technically you only need 1,098. So. Again, it's just easier to buy the one extra because of shift clicking. No, unfortunately, I have to dehydrate myself before speedruns. Otherwise, I have to piss a couple times during the run, which I don't really have time for, so. Yeah, unfortunately, I dehydrate myself. Which I know is not good, but... Man, we are getting really unlucky with these with this forge spawn. We have a chance to finding it up here. There we go. It's fine. We just have to go out of our way for it. Because I don't have to... It's called just not drinking water for like 2 hours. I call it dehydrating, but it's not... It's not that physically bad for me. You know, it's just not drinking for the entirety of the run, or very little water throughout the entirety of the run. That being said, it's a little bit unfortunate for a run like this where I'm commentating basically all of it, so my throat gets dry, so I need to drink water, but generally when I'm doing these runs, I don't talk that much, which shows. Alright. Gotta rehoe our entire farm now. We don't have our acetone later today, so I can't get rid of the... logs in the way, but... It's only a 2.5 hour long run. Official speedruns that are like 12+ hour longs generally do. Or some don't. They just have like... The difference is some of those like longer runs have super long cutscenes that allow the runner time to go to the bathroom, so they don't have to worry about it. Unfortunately, Stardew's not one of those types of games. And it's not... I don't say the category is long enough to warrant a break. Runs like 100% for Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, like, yeah, they give you, like, an 8-hour break that you can take whenever. But for speedrunning, it's different. Yeah, I got the crystal fruit. I still need an oyster. I wish I bought that Maki roll recipe now. That's insane. I got the fried egg, and I could have paid for the Maki roll recipe. Of course. Of course it's like that. Sell that. I'm just gonna sell that now because it's easier to just do later. That's so funny. Yeah, realistically, I should never, but I didn't want to waste the money. I know it was only 400 gold, but it's like, yeah. 400 gold can make or break some amount of money. I needed to go to the town there, not... I need to pick up my axe. Alrighty. Alright, back to sleeping. We're going to be sleeping until the 14th, and then we're basically doing the exact same thing that we just did on the 14th. Where we're going to be upgrading the coop, or we're going to be upgrading the barn this time. We're going to be replanting all the, cauliflower. And then, yeah. Am I wrong in assuming that strawberries are the best crop in spring? No. But the issue is if I want to buy strawberries on the 13th, I would have to wait until 9 p.m. on a day that I can't upgrade my, barn and coop on. So it's just better for me to just do cauliflower anyways. We do strawberries in year 1 because we don't need to upgrade a barn, so it's fine waiting until 9 for the festival to get the slightly better crop. And then on top of that, now since I have preserve jars, preserve jarring cauliflower is better than preserve jarring strawberries due to the fact that how preserve jars work is it's a 2 times multiplier plus 50 of its base price. And the base price of strawberries is 120, where the base price of cauliflower is 175. So you get an extra like you get an extra 60 G from the preserve jar compared to strawberries per plant that you jar. You do technically get slightly more strawberries, but it's hardly enough to matter. Right? A fairy is a 1% chance of occurring. On average, you're supposed to get 2 per run, so. They're going to notice something a little weird. I'm going to be harvesting and then planting them instead of harvesting and planting at the same time. This is because every time that you pick up a cauliflower, or not even just a cauliflower, every time you pick up a harvestable plant, you'll notice that the top right corner, the in-game time freezes for a little bit. So to reduce the amount of time freezing, since I would basically be picking these up one at a time and then planting, I'm picking them all up like really quickly, and then I'm just going to replant so it gets to 9 p.m. as fast as possible, so I can actually enter Pierre's ASAP instead of having to wait a little bit longer. It's a slight optimization, but it is a thing that I like to keep track of. And since I'm waiting for 9 p.m. anyways, there's no reason for me to not waste a little bit more real-life time in making sure that the in-game time goes by faster, because that's all I care about on this given day. Next thing we're actually going to do is a little bit weird. Well, not weird. But I'm going to empty my inventory, and we're going to be going to the Bat Cave now, since it's been a little less than a year. This thing should be pretty filled now. So we're hoping that we have a pomegranate, which we do, and a bunch of other forageables. And we're going to be picking up all these forage for not money, but for foraging XP. Because we need to hit foraging level 3 for tappers. We didn't get one. Oh, we're fine. We got 4 artisan goods, so we're golden. Okay, that menu was bad. Actually, what am I doing? I can do a turn-in right now. Bruh, I have enough time. This day is always, like, it really depends on what you have to allow you to do what you want to do. It really depends on what you have. If you don't have all the artisan goods, it's not really worth doing a turn-in. But since I have a decent amount of artisan goods, it actually is worth doing the turn-in right now. It's one of those really weird segments. Can't do the rest there. All right. I think I still need one of those. I don't need that. I have Speedrun, Starbound, and Terraria. There are other games that I have speedrun other than Stardew. Stardew is the game that I'm most familiar with, though. Pickles? No, we keep pickles. I'm going to be hitting level 10 farming at the end of this month. So as many pickles as I can save will give me 40 times more profit from the pickles. And since I'm not going to be pickling every single cauliflower, I rather sell the gold and silver quality cauliflower over the pickles. Did I say 40 times? I meant 40%. Keck W. Alright, now we're just sleeping until the 28th again while making pickled cauliflower this time, since we ran out of pumpkins. But yeah, just more sleeping. It's kind of like the down portion of the run, unfortunately. It's not too long compared to the rest of the run, but it is a segment that we have to go through because we do need to make about 300,000 G total for this run to work out, and this is just the fastest way of making money. It takes 3 days on live version. And this version. So I don't know why I said live version. It takes 3 days. Prior to 1.3, it only took 2 days as long as you instant slept the day. But that's older patches. It's technically like 2 and like 2/3 of a day. But it's like every 3 days for us. If I get an instant sleep in real life, would I do it? Yes. I would love to be able... My peak lifestyle would be working for a company that would pay me to sleep for science. I would literally lay in a bed for a month straight if I could get paid for it. Resident sleeper? Dude, it's my peak lifestyle, man. It's like how people or some people get paid for riding roller coasters and giving a review on it, you know? It's just that, but for sleeping. I don't need to worry about one crop. I actually have to empty my inventory a little bit here. I'm going to be picking up a bunch of stuff. Alright, so now here's a little bit more fishing right now. I want to catch the tuna. And I also want to buy the upgraded fishing rod from Willy at 9. So ideally we get the tuna before 9 p.m., but... Or, I'm sorry, 9 a.m., but it generally doesn't happen. So we're just hoping to get it by, like, noon, generally speaking, is what we hope for. It has a very simple pattern. It's the exact same as the eel, so it's really easy to spot out. It's just about whether we can get it on the line or not. It's not that high of a chance, but it's still not terrible. You should get it within, like, the first, like, 10 or 15 casts on average. Bubbles there will help out. I fish with the mouse button. Oh, I am nowhere near reaching those bubbles. Rip my fishing level. The reason I specifically was looking at these bubbles is it increases your bite rate by even further than just having bait. I missed a ring because I'm talking. Since I can't reach those bubbles, I want to fish sideways. Fishing sideways is faster, and you can get into a deeper water depth fishing sideways, so that's why you always go this way. We did need seaweed, so that's a good catch. But we are just hoping for a tuna here. Tuna. Red mullet. Red mullet. Red mullets are the most common fish in summer at this time of day, so that's why it's like, it's basically going to be a red mullet, a flounder, or a tuna. Again, ideally you get this by noon, but sometimes you can just get unlucky. I also was pretty slow about hoeing and clearing the farm, so I got here a little bit later than I would have liked. But still, you're just hoping for nothing that bad. It'd be really nice if we could reach these bubbles, though, because that would just make it so we can go through fish super quickly. That's an octopus. I do need it before 3. If it hits 3 and I don't have the tuna, I do have to leave because I have to get the robins before 4. So it is something that I have to be cautious of. I can get it later on another day, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing. I'm just going to end up getting it on the 13th instead. That's a pufferfish. I'm going to go to these bubbles. Again, the bubbles increase the bite rate, and it pseudo increases the water depth. So it should make it more likely for me to get the tuna on the line as well. course, they didn't last long, but... Getting a little cucked here, but... Again, I can just get it on another day. This is a pufferfish. I'm gonna catch it since I didn't get it from the traveling card, and I seem to have an easy pattern. I'm gonna end up leaving in the next, like, can't be missing casts like that. If I don't get it within, like, the next 2 casts, I'm just gonna have to leave to make sure I make it to Robin's in time. And, of course, I get it now since it's last second. Unfortunate tuna, but we did get an extra pufferfish on top of that, so I don't have to worry about getting it from the traveling card anymore. I could have just gotten it on summer 13th, which is another day that we're going to go out fishing on. So it's not too big of an issue if I didn't catch it on that day, but it's annoying, obviously. Poppy, corn, sunflower, red cabbage, apple tree. Oh, I need melons. I knew I was forgetting something. Y2, in case I am going to be planting them on the 13th, which is a guaranteed thunderstorm day. So I would have to be unlucky enough twice to get the crop struck. Twice. To be able to lose the run to it. So I buy 2. And yes, I have lost runs to thunder striking my poppy or sunflower. I have lost runs to it. It sounds so insignificant in the long scheme of things, but it does happen. So you buy 2 of them. And it takes half a second to buy the extra one, and then it takes half a second to plant it. It's not a huge deal. Alrighty, now we're going to be sleeping until the 13th, which is the day that we're going to be going out and doing the remaining fishing that we have. And then, yeah. We're getting close to the end of this run. There's not very many items that we have left. It's mainly just the last couple of fish that we need, a few crops, and animals. So we just need a little bit more money, and then a few more things to go on our side, which another 1% chance of occurring. It just gives us a void egg. It does absolutely nothing for us, but whatever. Alrighty. Standard harvest. We're going to be converting these into pickle red cabbages, just like we've been doing for a while. And yeah, I need this. I'm going to be making a bunch of basic fertilizer. And then let's get planting. Reason we're doing basic fertilizer is because we need 5 gold quality corn and 5 gold quality melons. So this just guarantees us getting what we want. I believe I still need a grape. I'm going to pick up the sweet pea just in case, but I don't think I need that. We are going to go to the mines now, and we need to catch basically all the fish in the lake here. We did get an early sturgeon from the traveling cart. So, I only need, carp. Of course. Of course I get a sturgeon when I don't need it anymore. I need carp, chub, bullhead, largemouth from, the pond here. Sturgeon is by far the hardest one of the 5, so thankfully we don't have to get it. Second hardest is largemouth, which we actually got very easily. The next actual rarest fish is the bullhead. For whatever reason, the bullhead has the same chance of showing up as the sturgeon. So hopefully we can get it quickly and not multiple largemouths. I don't know why the bullhead shows up as much as the sturgeon, since the bullhead is really easy. It has the same pattern as the walleye and the shad, where it just goes to the middle and just sits there. Like, not like that. I was about to say like that, but that was just the largemouth impersonating a bullhead. Are we going to get another impersonation, or is this actually going to be a bullhead this time? This should be a bullhead. Alright. Carp and chubs are kind of easy patterns to spot. Carps do nothing. Look, Mom, no hands. I do have to click. And then the chub kind of stays near the bottom and just wiggles. After this, we're going to catch the ghost fish in the mines. Here's our chub. Alright, now we're going to be catching the ghost fish here super quickly. Gonna go to floor 60. The ghost fish has, like, a fraction of a % higher chance of being found on floor 60 compared to floor 20, so that's why we fish here instead. It's just one of those things where you just don't ask why, but it's true. And when I say a fraction of a percent, it's like 0.0001% higher. It's so minuscule that you shouldn't even care, but we care, you know? there is our ghost fish. We are then going to go and buy the last animal building upgrade that we need, which is the deluxe barn. And then we're going to go down, check the beach. We're going to go down, check the beach, pray that we have a sea urchin and whatever beach forage that we don't have. We are then going to buy a rabbit and a duck, and we're going to walk home, is what we're going to be doing. Since I have the catfish, I don't actually have to go to the secret woods today, and I can do it on a more optimal time schedule, which is on the 19th of next week. Of next week, since I'm on Saturday. So we just need to check super quickly here and hope that we have a sea urchin. Because on the 13th, or on, like, the beach forage week of summer, which is, like, this week, you can get sea urchins that spawn on the left side. I unfortunately didn't get one, so now I'm going to need to get an extra 300 wood to repair the bridge. Not too bad, but it's just a little annoying. I'm going to empty my inventory just a hair here. And I am stupid, where I forgot to sell everything to Pierre's because I was busy talking about the beach. It is fine, it's just a little bit of time loss. You know, it's really hard to play while narrating the entire game. I know that sounds bad for a GDQ's perspective, but, that is why we have a couch. Smile. 250k, we only need about 100k more gold. And then we are there. But yeah, there's so many things to remember. Stardew is a very big memory game for a speedrun. It's less about all the tricks and game-breaking exploits that other games have. This one is more a memory game. It's more like RPG styled in that way. Where it's more about the RNG and planning of the run and the route itself over the execution for the most part. That being said, the execution does matter, but just not as apparent as the other aspects. Alrighty, now that we bought the animals, we're just going to be sleeping until the 19th here. Jungle Farm, I mean, that's what happens when you just sleep for a year straight. The reason we're specifically going out on the 19th is because it is a traveling cart day, so we can get an extra traveling cart check, as well as, ideally, it's not raining on this day. And, it's a day that Marnie's actually open, because she is not open on Mondays and Tuesdays, which is like, you would expect her to be open on those days, since it's the beginning of the work week, but nope, she's not open Mondays, and then Tuesdays is her exercise day, so kind of hard to get a hold of her. So you're probably wondering why we bought the animals and then just didn't touch them for a week. The main reason for that is to get them off cycle by a day, because animals in this game produce products, or depending on the type of animal, they produce products every day, every other day, or like every 4 days, like rabbits do. So I want to off-cycle the rabbits and the ducks because I'm going to be buying 2 of each of them. And the reason for that is because their quality drop, or their special drop, the rabbit's foot and the duck feather, is based off of daily luck. So I want to spread them across days. Do I have a sandfish? No, I do not. I want to spread them across days. So it's more likely for them to hit on a good luck day. So I have more opportunities to hit a good luck day, which means I have more opportunities to get the special item that I'm looking for. Yes, my timer is correct. Okay, we're looking for a wood skip here. The reason we don't do this on the 13th anymore is due to the fact that catching the wood skip when it's raining is a really low odds comparing to catching a wood skip when it's not raining. Because when it's raining in summer, you can catch the wood skip, the catfish, and the chub. Or I'm sorry, wood skip, catfish, and carp. But when it's not raining, you can only catch wood skip and carp, which drastically increases the odds of getting a wood skip, since a large portion of the odds when it's raining is either the catfish or the carp. So it's a drastic increase. That being said, you're mostly still going to get trash in carps when fishing in here, but it's still a much higher odds, which is all we're really looking for. Fishing has not been going our way this run, but it is fine. It's an RNG point that if you just don't get it, you lose time, but it's not run ending. Thankfully. There's so many backups for fish. Because there's so many days in a season that I can just go out on another day if I absolutely have to. Here's our wood skip. We can tell it's a wood skip because it moves. Since the carp does not move, we know any fish that just moves right away is automatically the wood skip. Alright, now we're going to be buying the remaining animals that we need. So we need a pig. A cow. One white chicken and one brown chicken. You can tell what you get at the top. We got a white chicken right there. So now it's a 50% chance of getting a brown or a white chicken. We got a brown, so I don't need a reset. When I say reset, I mean just exit out of the menu and then enter back into the menu. We got our duck. And then a rabbit. And now we need to buy a milk pail and then just a bunch of hay for the animal themselves. And we're good to go. So now that we hit foraging level 3, we need to place these on trees because we need a maple syrup and an oak resin. And now we gotta go out and love our animals. For those wondering, why are you not building a silo if you have a deluxe coop and a deluxe barn? The reason being is I already have to enter the given area anyways. Due to the, or I already have to enter the barn and such anyways to pet the animals. Because I need to get them a high enough friendship to be able to get the goods that I want. So there's really no point of building a silo because it doesn't really prevent me, it doesn't really lose me any time for having to feed them since I'm already going inside the place anyways. I did hit foraging level 3 already, mainly because I did the Bat Cave entire forge. But what I'm doing right now is I'm getting all the wood I need for the house upgrades and the bridge repair. Since it's very expensive to buy wood, I'm not going to have that much money left over, so I actually have to farm a lot of the wood myself now. Ideally, we don't have to build the bridge, but hey, it happens. So we're just going to be using the energy that we get in these mornings to clear out trees for wood here. Our inventory is filled. I'm probably gonna need another chest here. I was hoping I wasn't gonna have to make another chest, but my inventory is just too filled here now. Well, I clear out trees now than earlier in the run because my axe is upgraded. My axe is upgraded now, plus on top of that, I don't have as many trees earlier in the run, nor do I have as much free time. So it doesn't really make a difference if I do it now or then. The argument could be, why didn't you just pay for more wood earlier in the run? And my issue with that is money. I need money for other things. So I can't pay for extra wood in year 1. I actually bought more wood than I normally do in year 1 on this file. I put red cabbage away on accident. So it's like, I just got unlucky where I actually have to repair the bridge. So I'm down an extra 300 wood. I need about 900 wood total because I need 300 for the bridge. I need 450 for the house repair, and then I need 200 for the bundle. I need about 900. I'm gonna get 750 though, and then see how much I can buy, and then get the rest. So I'm good now. Did I pet the animals today? I don't think I did. I kind of just glossed over them. No, I didn't feed them. This route has been being made over several years now, so I did a majority of the routing, but there's a lot of other people who helped. So I'm not going to take sole credit for it, not at all. So many different inspirations from people in chat, from the speedrunning community, from people outside the speedrunning community. Just how it works. Another quick answer to probably a quick question people are having. Why aren't you bothering petting the pig every day? The pig always produces 1 truffle a day. I should say not always. It doesn't produce if it's raining, obviously. But the first truffle that the pig produces cannot fail. So no matter what its love is or friendship is with you, it will not fail its first truffle if it decides to place it. So all it has to do is decide to place it, and the odds of it deciding to place it, it checks like once a frame. Every single frame that passes by, it checks. And there's, I forget what the actual number is. There's a pretty decent chance that it places it every time it checks a frame. I think it's like 1 in a 100 or something like that. So 60 times a second, it has a 1 in, nah, it's not a 1 in 100. What is the number? I don't remember the exact number off the top of my head. But basically, every second, it has 60 opportunities to place a truffle. On average, it takes it takes 2 hours in-game for it to produce a truffle if it's outside the entire time. So the likelihood, if you stand out the entire day for it to not produce a truffle, is so astronomically low that you're basically guaranteed a truffle, no matter what the friendship is. And I only need 1 truffle in this run. Also, another thing people are probably thinking, doesn't milking the cow get you extra friendships? Yes, but it's not enough for it to matter. It just reduces having to pet him by a day overall, or a day or 2, which is not a huge deal for the amount of extra time that it takes to milk. So I just don't bother milking. There's no point to it. I need a jelly. Hey, early duck feather. So there's actually a unique interaction with animation canceling milk, which we consider a glitch, so I can't do it, actually. There is a very specific interaction that we consider a glitch. It's one of those small situations where we have to do that. Basically, what happens is if you animation cancel the milking process, it acts like you never milked, but it gives them friendship points instantly. So you could just spam animation cancel milk a cow and instantly get him to full friendships in a day by doing it. So we consider it a glitch to animation cancel it. Of course, you can just say, just only milk him once per day, and then you're fine, but... Again, there's still no point. Hey, he's free money. I'm gonna need the money for, wood anyways. No rabbit's foot yet, unfortunately. Alright, starting tomorrow, the chickens and the cows have about a 50% chance of giving me their large products whenever I, milk and or pick up their egg. You know? So we're hoping to, hit those. We don't need to hit all of them, but... the more I hit, the better. Cow didn't hit. Both animals did not hit. Classic. Alright, time to do turn-ins. You. You. And then we can just go. Yes, as long as there's space, and every single tile in the coop is space, so I don't have to worry about it. There is plenty of room for them to keep producing. Ah! Still need a grape, unfortunately. We have to do multiple turn-ins here, so... I need to specifically complete the entire vault today. And I also need to specifically complete the artisan bundle today. So that's what I'm doing right now, in particular. I need that. We're just gonna bring that. I already have that turned in. Don't need any of that. Bring this, bring this. We can bring that, that. Already have that turned in. Bring that, have that turned in. Alright. Alright, good to go. Hive Mind Stardew, best Stardew. I do plan in the future to do a chat plays. And when I say chat plays, I mean I turn off my monitor so I can't see Stardew, and chat tells me what to do. So it's a blindfold playthrough of Stardew. Since there's no sound cues in the game, I can't actually do it blindfolded by myself. Because walking into the wall makes the same sound as just walking. So there's no way for me to actually, like, do it normally. I didn't need that reward, unfortunately, but we can do that instead. I already have this turned in, right? Yeah. Alright, we're not really missing many items, fortunately. The main one we're missing is the sea urchin, but we should be fine. I can actually get that today. Okay, we'll actually go get now. We also still need an oyster. And did I ever hit fishing level 3? I did not. There's our sea urchin. Empty beach today, even though it's a Saturday. That's pretty surprising. Alrighty. So now I need to complete the vault here super quickly, now since I actually have money. Then we need to buy the house upgrade, and then we're just going to buy the remainder of... The rest of our money we're going to spend on wood. Down to like 500G. Friday, though, it happens. Alrighty, it's one more down. We are chilling on money. I have enough money where I could actually buy the backpack upgrade if I wanted to, but we're good. We are good. Okay, perfect. Unfortunately, I do need a little bit more cash due to the fact that I need to buy a crab pot, but other than that, we're basically done here. That's a large brown egg. That being said, we should be able to get the money from selling animals. Okay, so now we just need a rabbit's foot and large white egg, along with sandfish, cactus fruit, coconut, wine, which we're about to get. Again, it's a 50% chance of getting a large white egg right now, by the way. I already split. 50-50, by the way. How do I not have a large white egg? Jesus. Is he bugged? No, he's not. Alright, let's cook our recipes. There we go. And we're really about to finish up. We just need to get the last few stragglers of items. A little bit of luck to go our way, but... Alright. Now we just need rabbit's foot. I need tiger trout still as well. That is one item that I am missing, but I can pick that up on, I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna do everything tomorrow due to the fact that I know Willie is open on, Thursdays. That being said, it's not surprising that I don't have the rabbit's foot yet. It's a pretty low % chance, while on top of the fact that they don't produce every day, so it only makes sense that I don't have it just yet. We are going to go out for it tomorrow, though. So I have until Pam gets to the bus stop, which is about 9 a.m., to get the tiger trout without losing time. So we have plenty of time. It's just... ideally, we get it super quickly. Fortunately, these rabbits are not blessing us very much here. Fun fact, real-life rabbits don't gnaw off their own feet and give it to them as a gift. Yeah, you're right. Let me get the axe out. I'm gonna start pulling out the axe if these rabbits don't want to fork them over themselves. Do you have oak resin? It's producing on a tree. The odds for the tie... whatever. It's probably just due to my low fishing level that I keep getting garbage here. This is just a salmon. There we go. Oh wow, 2 wood. Okay. Oh, was I? Okay. I just realized I was fishing behind the timer, wasn't I? Oh well, it was the optimal place to fish. Sorry, boys. Oh, Pam's not here yet. Oh, it's 10. She gets onto the screen at like 9:40 right here. Yep. You can walk in front of an NPC, slow them down for a little bit, but then they start sprinting it. So, yeah, it's faster than them walking, even though you do have to slow them down for a little bit. All right, last fish we need to catch right here, which is the old sandfish. Fortunately, the sandfish is the only fish we can catch in this pond right here, so it's either we get garbage or the sandfish. So it's a very high likelihood that we get garbage, which just feels bad. Picked up a coconut. There's our cactus fruit. You have to be fishing level 5 to be able to catch the scorpion carp, and I'm only fishing level 3. So I literally cannot get the scorpion carp on the line, which is why it's either sandfish or nah. Alright. So the only item we actually need left is one crab pot item and one rabbit's foot. We're really just waiting on the rabbit's foot now. I might be missing... No, there's no way I'm missing an exotic. I had both red mushrooms and I had both red mushrooms. There's no way I'm missing an exotic. Or, I'm sorry, both red and both purple mushrooms. There's no way I'm missing an exotic. We are literally just waiting on rabbit's foot now. Alright. We just gotta check every day and hope we get a rabbit's foot. They produce, they have a chance of producing a rabbit's foot once every 4 days. And the higher friendship they have, the higher odds that they actually produce the rabbit's foot. So that's why I keep going out and petting them and loving them. I'm actually gonna start letting them outside so they can start eating grass, which will give them even more friendship points than, giving them hay. The reason I don't let them outside at first is because there's too many of them, and I need to be able to keep track of all of them. So I just choose to lock them up in the coop because there's 6 of them, and now there's only 2, so much, much more manageable. I was gonna let him eat that super quickly. So now that guy actually has a really high, or a much higher chance of giving me a rabbit's foot than the other one. Alright. Again, last item's rabbit's foot. It's all down to this. Depending on what the daily luck is, we have anywhere between a 0 and a... Basically, I think we're at like an 18% chance if it's max luck day of getting a rabbit's foot each time we check here. There we go. GG. GG. We should have everything. If not, this is going to be a little unfortunate, but I'm 90% sure we have everything. I gotta wait until tomorrow. Was there a large milk in the chest that I forgot? Thank you for pointing that out. It's a festival. Can't go to town. What a noob. Doesn't even know it's a festival day. Keck W. Rip that coffee, though. There's no way the wine isn't done, so. Wasted seconds. What a fake speedrunner. Yikes. Yeah, this is the bundle that I'm most scared about. No, we're good. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Look at this. Easy peasy. I have resin. God damn it, I put large brown egg away. I don't want to hear it. Yep. It's a memory game. What can I say? You forget one item and then you gotta go back for it. I have it. I know I have it. But... Glitchless, by the way. No, PB is a 131. Or, I'm sorry, a 231. We're about, 20 minutes behind PB right now. Our RNG was pretty abysmal this run. The Holy Relic. The final item. What are these times? These are previous run splits. A run that I previously ran this week. Let's not eat the egg. And voila. The community center completed. Timer ends on the flash of the last bundle completion. 1:53 or 2:53:15. Not bad. RNG kind of cucked us, but this is kind of the expected time we got. But anyways, yeah, that is Stardew Valley's Community Center Restoration. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And, yeah, take care. Peace.